Also on the telly, Gary and I have been enjoying American Justice, a new documentary series on BBC Two, Tuesday nights at 9. I've seen 2 of the 3 that have aired. Gary's seen 1 of the 3.
This is a documentary that follows the work of the American justice system. It's by the name of the title, and follows a particular town in Florida called Jacksonville. Which has a ridiculously high crime rate and was featured very prominently on the news last year because of a number of incidents featuring the police and the black community. They talk a lot at the beginning about the fact that American officials in this way are voted. So, we don't vote for our crime. They focus on the fact that you can vote for the highest officials, area, whereas we don't vote for police commissioners and things like that. They're appointed in this country. Florida has the death penalty, so a lot is made about the fact
that... And it has no parole.
Yeah, no parole for life sentences. Yeah. It does have parole, but not for life sentences. Both the crimes that are discussed in this first episode are murders. One is quite unusual because two gentlemen...
amazing.
Two blokes appear to try and rob a third person, and one of them is shot dead by a fourth person. And both the guys, the guy that broke into the house, he is therefore going to be tried for murder, even though he didn't actually shoot anybody or didn't kill anybody.
Because he put the guy who was shot in harm's way.
Absolutely. So there was a famous case.
There's some sort of logic in that, but I can't.
But there was a very famous case in this country a few years ago where a guy was potentially going to be put in jail for having shot 2 intruders on his house.
No, but that's fine because he pulled the trigger. That's completely different.
Right. Yeah, but again, he was defending. He's defending his house.
Yeah, but so in that case, the guy who pulled the trigger should be, up for murder, as he did. As to quote something out of Psychoville that I've been watching, he did the murder.
But there was lots of discussion about that. Yeah, the current state's attorney is very hardline, seeks the death penalty. And she's up against a former employee of hers who's now sort of campaigning on the more... That's
brilliantly awkward as well, isn't it?
It is, yeah. And it is very much the good wife, kind of like, that kind of... You could believe that coming up, I'm going to go against you. I think one of the very interesting things that sort of made me sit up and take notice was... the interviews with the judges and the prosecutors, they're very much, I wouldn't want to, there was almost a bit of a Better Call Saul thing there where one of them said, well, I wouldn't go to the jury. I'd admit I did it and take the sentence.
I found
there was a lot of that.
Probably thanks to television, we're more sort of au fait with with US law than we are with UK law. And I have to admit, I find
unless
US
you watch
law...
Law and Order UK.
Don't remind me that was a thing. But I found this completely engrossing. I just thought the access they got was unprecedented. Gary, you won't know this, but it picks up from where it left off, so we get more from those 2 characters. There's an incredible crime that discussed in the second episode as well, which I won't spoil. If you can catch this on the iPlayer, it's also exclusive to the BBC. This isn't an American import, that it's something the BBC have made.
There's one great quote in there as well, and I think it was from a judge, and he just went, well, in Florida we believe that bad things should happen to bad people. And I thought, wow, that's just that, like a total, that's their version of justice. Bad things should happen to bad people.
They're very black and white like that.
And obviously, I mean, I'm looking forward to the next one.